Residents of East Bengaluru, hear this out. In 10 locations near you, Shri Krishna Janmashtami 2024 will be celebrated by ISKCON Whitefield. Over 1 lakh devotees attended last year and more are expected this year. Over 10,000 people donated for the Archana, Annadan and other sevas. Over 3,000 kids participated in different kids competitions. Over 100 cultural performances took place. Shri Radha Krishna's Abhishekam was performed in all these locations with grand success. Over 1,000 bhoga preparations were cooked by the devotees and offered to the Lord. All the devotees were served delicious Krishna Prasadam and they also kids part in many other activities. So what are you waiting for? 26th August 2024. Save the date and join us for Shri Krishna Janmashtami Mahotsav 2024. A lot of kirtans, stage performances, archana, abhishekam, delicious heart-purifying prasadam, many fun activities and much more. Don't forget to click the link or scan the QR code to book your seva to avoid last-minute rush. Nand ke ghar anand bhayo, Jai Kanhaiya Lal ki, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for joining for the another wonderful 25th glorious Krishna Ratri series. And we are happy to see you, everyone, and taking your time with a busy schedule and joining us every evening and relishing this Krishna Katha. So some of you, working from office, some of you working from home. So we welcome everyone. So quickly introduction to our speaker today, Meera Mataji. So Mataji's family is a small Krishna conscious family with 3-year-old daughter and parents. Mataji's husband is also practicing Krishna consciousness and are giving Krishna consciousness conducive environment to their daughter. So Mataji got introduced to Krishna consciousness in the last year of her studies at IIT Madras. After that, starting from 2017, she continued her spiritual journey at ISKCON east of Kailash Temple and did a certified Bhagavad Gita course and currently studying other scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and currently serving under ISKCON Kanamangala Center. So professionally, Mataji is serving at a reputed institute, one of the institutes, Alan Whitefield, as a physics faculty for JEE and NEET aspirants and postgraduate in physics from IIT Madras. So I'm handing over the stage to Mataji. Mataji, please take over.
Hare Krishna. First of all, I would like to pay my humble obeisances to all the devotees who are present here. I would say that I'm not at all qualified to speak on this topic, but still, because I have been given this seva by senior devotees, so I thought I must do this as a service on this amazing series of Krishna Ratri. So I will just share my screen. Is my voice clearly audible to everyone?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Okay. Screen sharing has happened. Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so first of all, before we start with the topic, we would pray to our acharyas. So I would say, Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kaltarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshitarini. So the topic for today is, as you can all see on the screen, that is worshipping the Govardhana hill. So this is chapter 24 from the Krishna book. I'll just connect my earphones. I think it is not needed. Yeah. Voice better audible now, or it was better previously, or is it same?
I think it was better previously, Mataji.
Okay. Then I will not use that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it goes like this, that there were some preparations going on. Nand Maharaj and the other cowherd men, and they were all planning for a big ceremony. And even though Krishna knew that already what it is for, so Krishna, being a 7-year-old boy, he just went out of curiosity, and with a childlike innocence, he asked his father, like, Baba, what is this preparation going on for? Why why you all people are so busy, and what are you all doing? And what is it meant for? If this is a sacrifice, then what is it meant for? Like that, he asked some questions to his father. So now Nand Maharaj, he just thought that he's just a small boy. Why we have to explain so much? But then he tried to say, because he was very curious, and he said that, son, see, we are the farming community, and our cows are grazing the grasses, and to grow the grasses we need rain. And who is the demigod who gives us the rain? Is the Indra. So that's why we need to perform this yagya to satisfy Indra, so that we get mercy of him, and we get the rain, and then our everything is flourishing, right? So for that economical and all kinds of development, we need rain, and for that to happen, we are asking benedictions of the Indra. So hearing that, now Krishna is so small, he's thinking that how to discourage them from not doing that, because Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was seeing that recently that Indra was being puffed up with a lot of pride. So he wanted to crush the pride of Indra. So for that to happen, he started to speak something which is based on karma theory or karma philosophy. So it is also called karma mimamsa philosophy. So even though karma mimamsa philosophy is not correct, and Krishna has not, in any of the scriptures, we don't see karma mimamsa theory being encouraged. But here, just to persuade Nand Maharaj, and deviating them to the worship of Giri Govardhan. So what he is doing is he's giving logic from karma mimamsa theory. So what he says is that, Baba, why we need to worship Indra? Because he is just the in charge of rains, right? And if he is the in charge of rains, then it is his duty to give us rain, right? It is the he is being given this as a duty to give us rain, and there is no need. So it is his karma, basically. So according to the karma mimamsa philosophy, it is said that if any living entity do the bad karma, then bad things will come upon him. If he does the good things, then good things will come upon him. So for example, if someone born in a low low family, then or in a rich family, so they will suffer, or whatever the sorrows or the happiness according to their karmas, because even their birth is decided because of the karma that they perform. So he tried to say things like that. So he says that there is no need to worship. He will do as his duty. And also regarding this karma mimamsa theory, like he said that even if there is someone who is there seeing, like if there is a god or a supreme lord, then even though he himself is a supreme lord, so even if there is a supreme lord, that supreme lord also has to benedict the people according to their karmas. So even that means even that person is not freely he can reward the result by his wish, but he has to see that what karmas that person has performed. According to that, the he will reward the fruits of his or her action. So this was about the karma mimamsa philosophy. Now of course, this is not correct. None of the scriptures say like this, that karma mimamsa philosophy, not at all it complies with the scriptures, and nowhere the Lord even has said it. But then Krishna is just saying it for the purpose, so that to just to make his father stop the preparations of worshipping the Lord Indra. And instead he said in as a logic, he said something, I will tell that. But now hearing him, Nand Maharaj was really surprised, because Krishna is just a small 7-year-old child, and he's talking like a scholar. So even though he had not attended any school or had a formal education, so he was just quite happy, as well as just seeing that how much knowledge my son has got, and how much logic he is giving he so how much logic he is giving that to not perform this, right? So here is the thing that uh, yeah so this was the second slide, I missed it, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so as we all know that he's the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, right? So he's so expert in speaking. So, and we know that there are so many unlimited qualities of the Lord, right? And some of the qualities I've just listed out, because here you can clearly see that how Lord, being so small, and he is kind of in a sweet conversation with his father, and his father is listening to him. So you would say that even though that the karma mimamsa philosophy is not correct, but he presented in such a way that that Nand Baba is completely awestruck, and he's smiling at Krishna and hearing him. And then what Krishna says is that Baba, as you said, you rightly said that we belong to the family, that farming community, and we depend on our cows, and our cows graze the grass. And don't you think that the Giri Govardhan is the one who is giving us the sweet grass that our cows are eating? Our cows are feeding on the sweet grass which is grown on the Govardhan. And why should we not worship Giri Govardhan and the cows and the brahmanas? So that's what Krishna said, that the our object of worship should be Giri Govardhan, and because of that, we are uh, our cows are happy, and when our cows are happy, so we all are happy, so let's all worship. So he completely deviated very tactfully the whole preparations that were going on for satisfying the Lord Indra. He deviated it to the Giri Govardhan. So this is the quality of Krishna here, that he talked so expertly and so sweetly to his father, and also making his father little astonished, that how he is able to give logic, and like that. So his father actually got convinced that he got convinced completely, and he said, no, 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 chalo, we don't have time, let's go and let's make all these preparations that we have made, let's do it all for the you know Giri Govardhan. Let's worship our cows and Giri Govardhan. And now here there's a question that why Krishna wanted that there shouldn't be any sacrifice performed for Lord Indra. So as one reason, we have already seen that that Indra was puffed up with lot of pride. We all are living entities, and we are marginal energies of the Lord. So it is possible that it is quite possible even for the demigods that they come into the influence of the material nature, material modes, three modes of nature, and they would feel pride or over something, even though we know that the demigods, whatever benediction they are giving, that those benedictions are actually the source of those benedictions is Krishna himself, right? But sometimes they tend to forget. So having so much opulence, in opulence actually we have a tendency to forget the Lord, right? So same is with the Indra this time, that he was a little puffed up, and Krishna doesn't like at all pride in his devotees. So what Krishna decided, that let's crush the pride of the Lord Indra this time. So that is and also we should understand that even when we are worshipping the demigods, so it may be Lord Ganesha, it can be Indra, it can be other goddesses also. So all of those opulence of the demigods, the original source or the factor of those opulence or whatever we are asking or gaining from them, is the original source is actually Lord Krishna. And also even when we are doing any sacrifice for a demigods, so that that is also ultimately actually reaching indirectly via demigods to Lord Krishna. So we have to understand this difference between the demigods and the position of the supreme personality of Godhead, that is Krishna. So we have to understand this difference. So one reason was that he wanted to knock down the pride of the Indra, which is there in his heart, right? And second thing is that the second reason. Uh, so I'm speaking from the reasons that acharyas have given. So the second reason is that Giri Govardhan is Krishna loves Giri Govardhan because Giri Govardhan is actually a great devotee of the Lord. So what Krishna wanted to do is to initiate actually this blissful celebration of the Govardhan Puja. So so that we know that the Giri Govardhan Puja is being celebrated every year. So now you see even escort devotees are celebrating the Giri Govardhan Puja. Um, I'll show the slide. Yeah. So every year we are celebrating that Giri Govardhan Puja. But even in Vrindavan and all other places, close by places, the people are actually celebrating this Govardhan Puja. It became famous because of ISKCON, because even in ISKCON we are celebrating, but in a different way. Yeah, how Prabhupada said that we should celebrate as per the. This is also called the Annakut festival. So Krishna, wanted deliberately that his devotee, which is non-different from his own self. So he wanted that devotees or the Brajvasis worship, and they initiate such a festival for the generations to come. Right. So after that, the third reason that Krishna wanted, he actually wanted to perform the pastime of lifting the Govardhan hill, because after when he stopped that Indra's worship, so basically Indra will be very very angry, as that will come next, not in this but later on. Yeah, so he he wanted to actually spend time with all the devotees, being under the same shelter of Giriraj Govardhan while he is lifting it with a little finger. So this is like when the Krishna was lifting, then there are transcendental exchanges of the mellows between the Brajvasis and Krishna. So he wanted to actually relish that time. So that was also one of the reasons. And yeah, and the last one is that because he wanted to establish the fact that Giriraj Govardhan Govardhan and Krishna are identical. They are same, right? So this is, or you can say, he wanted to identify, to establish the identity of Giri Govardhan with himself. Right? So these are the reasons why Krishna wanted that, and also as you can see on the slide that you know we actually there is no need for the devotees. So Brajvasis, they are like the highest devotees of the Lord, right? So pure devotees or permanent devotees, right? So they have already so much love for Krishna, and anyone who is worshipping Krishna, actually for that person there is no need to actually go and separately satisfy the other demigods. So this we have to understand, that when we are worshipping Krishna, then all other demigods are automatically being satisfied. So they are also satisfied and they become more happy actually. Like, generally we are going to the demigods for some benediction, right? For asking something, for some ask. So it's not like we are going with the selfless motive of worshipping them. So that selfless worship can only happen in case of Krishna only. Okay, so that is why any person who is worshipping Krishna just very very selflessly, without any motives, and just it's a pure devotional service, you can say. So that person doesn't have to at all go and satisfy the separately all the demigods. So they all get satisfied actually. So that is the advantage of being in Krishna conscious movement, or that is the advantage of following the Bhakti Yoga. So now what happens next in the Katha is that hearing hearing Krishna, they were all very happy, and they said, yeah, we'll all let's go prepare all the preparations. As you can see here in ISKCON, we are giving a lot of bhogas to Lord, and during that. So they all actually gathered all that whatever offerings they made. They gathered all of that and they started to approach the Giri Govardhan, and they started. Now they didn't know like how to do that. So Krishna explained each and every step to everyone. So he explained in great detail about like first what they have to do. So he said that the Brahmanas have to actually chant some auspicious mantras, and then the items also are offered in huge quantity, and the cows are also worshipped. The Brahmanas are chanting the mantras, and after that all the offerings were given to the Giriraj Govardhan, and then Krishna asked them to circumambulate the cows, the Brahmanas, and the Giri Govardhan. So this is the time. So you can say that the parikrama of the Giri Govardhan started or was inaugurated by Krishna himself. So we see that so many devotees are going to Vrindavan, and they are doing that parikrama around Giri Raj Govardhan. So that parikrama and the Govardhan Puja both were inaugurated by Krishna himself. So then after circumambulating the Giriraj Govardhan, Krishna said that now the whatever are the offerings, we have to distribute among the Brahmanas should be satisfied after eating all that prasadam, and after that the other people who are there, they can take the offering. No, like it shouldn't, everyone should get it. So even the people from low caste, everyone should get it, all the varnas and all the ashrams. So Brajvasis did exactly how Krishna suggested, and after that Giriraj Govardhan, something miraculous happened, that whatever were the items that were offered to the Giriraj Govardhan, in front of the Giriraj Govardhan. So what happened is that Krishna, he took a gigantic transcendental form in the Govardhan. And he even started taking whatever offering that Vrindavan Vasi gave him. So he started consuming them. So then, the Brajvasis could see the transcendental form, and they saw that this looks very identical to Krishna, but Krishna was standing right in front of them. So it was, they could believe it. Okay, fine, he's eating. So they were actually very happy, because when we give some bhoga to Krishna, so we know that Krishna, I mean, even though we give the tulsi leaf and everything, and the plate comes out as we offered it, right? But here the transcendental form of Giriraj Govardhan, so he started to consume also. So this was a matter of more pleasure, actually, that that okay, so actually everyone will feel very happy if the Lord himself is coming and you can see him eating the offerings which is made by us, right? So the same thing happened, that the Brajvasis became even they become so happy that that Giriraj Govardhan is eating, and the Giriraj Govardhan, he declared to the Brajvasis that, see, you are worshipping Indra. Indra never took your offerings directly, and see, I have personally come here to take your offerings. So they were very happy. Yeah. So here we see that Krishna wanted to convince the Brajvasis that Giriraj Govardhan and Krishna himself are non-different. Okay, so basically Giriraj Govardhan is so worshipable for all of us, for all the devotees, actually. So it is said that even the small pebbles on the Giriraj Govardhan, they are equivalent to Shaligram Shila, and if we get, then they are worshipable. You can keep it in the altar and we can worship, because that is like Shaligram Shila or Krishna himself. Okay, and even we need to take great care when we are circumambulating the Giriraj Govardhan, that we do not accidentally step upon, or our feet gets touched to the Giriraj Govardhan, because Krishna has himself established this among the Brajvasis, that Giriraj Govardhan is identical or non-identical, is identical to Krishna himself, right? And also Krishna wanted that the Brajvasis should not have any fear because they are the pure devotees. So any pure devotee should not have a fear of a demigod. So that is why Krishna wanted to establish this, that there shouldn't be any fear that my devotees should have from any demigod who is just a demigod who is under me, right? And we will see this, that many people are saying, any or. So any or means, or we want more. So in that pastime it was said that until they gave one tulsi leaf, so the Krishna accepted in that gigantic form huge offering, and he was just eating and eating and eating. So basically he got satisfied by after when Radharani, Srimati Radharani, she kept a tulsi leaf. So after that, he was satisfied and he said, "Now I'm satisfied. Thank you." So this is a learning for us that Krishna, he will accept a simple tulsi leaf, and he feels so satisfied. So when we are offering bhoga, we must keep tulsi leaf on each of the offering that we are making, because that will actually satisfy the Lord. So after that, we all know, and the katha will continue. I think that that Indra will be so infuriated by the actions of the these Brajvasis. And actually, the people were actually so happy after performing this worship and all. And even we are, you can see in the pictures, as you can see, that these pictures are actually from the festivals that have been going in ISKCON every year on the Govardhana Puja. So they're actually making lots and lots of, they're making a mountain of the anna or rice or whatever preparations, and they're offering it to the Lord just to celebrate this. So so this festival is, as I said, directly Krishna himself, he wanted devotees to do that, right? So these are the pictures from that festival. And the devotees were, that Brajvasis were so happy and satisfied after eating that remnants of the prasadam. And after that, the Indra was so infuriated, and he was just saying, just on the say of a simple 7-year old boy, the Vrindavan Vasi, they refused to worship me and worship that Govardhan hill. So then we see that the pastime of Indra sending the Samvartak, and that Samvartak pouring huge amount of rains, and the Vrindavan Vasi drowning in the water, and to protect again them, the Krishna lifts up the Govardhan hill. So all these things will follow after this. My part was still here. I thank you everyone for listening to me. And if there is any mistake that I did, please, I ask for forgiveness. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak on this topic, especially as a service during the time before Janmashtami. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much for this wonderful session. And let us chant loudly from our heart Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the wonderful session. So let me quickly, we have few announcements. Let me share my screen. Yeah. So as you know, we have Krishna Janmashtami, and we are celebrating in almost 10 different vicinities near our centers. So it's Ajagondanahalli, Whitefield, and we have it in Inner Circle Ground, Whitefield, ACS Layout, Brookfield, Panattur, Sarjapur, Kannamangala, Kagdaspura, Attibele, Hoskote, Prestige Lakeside Habitat Apartment. So whichever center is nearest to you, please do attend, and also invite your friends, relatives to attend this wonderful, Krishna Janmashtami series, Janmashtami, and also exciting activities. As you see in the picture, we have last year we had over 1 lakh devotees who attended, and we are expecting more this year. And over 10,000 people donated for Archana Seva, Annadan Seva, and other Sevas. So you can always contribute to the services or make donations. And whichever center is nearest to you, you can please go to those centers and provide your contributions. And there were a lot of cultural programs that took place, children activities, and Sri Krishna Abhishekam was performed, the grand success, and over 1,000 bhoga preparations were cooked by the devotees, and which was offered to the Lord. And all the devotees were served delicious Krishna prasadam, and they also took part in many other activities. So please take part in those sessions and contribute your valuable, whatever capacity is possible. Please do that. And yesterday's winner announcement is Sakshi Mataji. So Sakshi Mataji is here. Today's call. Hari Bol. So let's chant Hari Bol 3 times to Sakshi Mataji. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So I have this Google form link. I'll quickly share this for today's. So please take a moment to fill this and answer the simple questions. So it has a format. Let me share the format. So these are multiple choice questions. You can answer them. Yeah. So you can enter the details from which location you are attending Janmashtami, which area of, which center. And if you want to volunteer, you can also opt, if you're willing to volunteer in one of those locations, please fill up those forms, and you can answer the questions, select the options which are applicable. And the criteria is whoever provides the correct answers in quickest amount of time, they will be judged as the winner. And today's winner will be announced in tomorrow's session. Yeah, let me update the link. Yeah, I see a lot of responses from devotees participating. Yeah, thank you very much, dear devotees, taking your time, valuable time, and attending the sessions. And we pray and we invite you all for the upcoming Janmashtami celebrations. And yeah, with that note, I will conclude this session. Vancha kalpatarubhischa kripa sindhubhyo च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः.